Hello everybody, this is Techstack here, and this is Season 2, Episode 8, I believe, of my server Let's Play series on the TSCraft server. Today we're going to be working on the Enderman XP farm. In fact, let's go back and grab the Enderman shard. I believe I left that in the chest up here. Yes, I did. Okay. Just kind of want to show off the process of adding to this, setup and let everyone in on how to do it, basically. Going to start off here with adding in the insulated wire that we need, and next the NOT gate. Again, the NOT gate's just a safety precaution so that if the computer shuts off or someone stops the program, it automatically defaults to being off, that type of deal. And then we need the wireless transmitter here, and we're going to set the transmitter's frequency. And we're going to go into advanced, and we'll set this, what, 4005? Yeah. And let's name this thing so that no one accidentally comes across it and uses it. XP Farm, Enderman. Set. Okay, that's 4005 now, and this is going to be in our green line. Let's go ahead and hop up to the top of this thing. Hopefully my jetpack will survive the ride up here. Yeah, we're good. I think I had a hole punched in the side. Yeah, I did. Okay. Let me do this and grab a couple of these. So we're ready to go. Looks like we're pretty near the center here. So let's do this. Let's come down a couple. Oops. Get out of, there we go. Back to this. Looks like I forgot to charge up my drill here. That should be okay. Set that. Hopefully I can get this before the screen closes. Okay, go back up to the top. Probably be easier if I set a block down up there so I can just stay up there. But this will work. As long as my jetpack doesn't die on me and I fall. There we go. We have our Enderman spawner at the very top now. Again, if you haven't seen my previous episodes, the reason that the Enderman spawner's all the way up there is we don't want to kill them as part of an XP grinding setup. We want to kill them as fall damage. I'm hoping that they do not teleport when they hit the water and that the fall itself will kill them completely. But we'll have to find out. Okay, I've got that set up. Got that set up. Now let's go into the code and actually write it. As I've shown in the past episode, the whole system's run on startup, and it's really kind of a simple setup to add a new one, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this video this morning. Do a local Enderman equals that, and just tell it that it's going to be an array. And then let's just start defining the properties of this Enderman table. Enderman.name. We'll name it Enderman. And Enderman.state equals false, because we want it to be off by default. Line, we'll put him on line 14 for now. And he's on the green color. Save. And now we need to come down here. And this is just the overall list of all mobs. This is what all the code uses to work with all of the different types of mobs that are in the setup. So we just need to add this table to this mobs table. And that should do it. Let's do startup. You see we've got a new mob listed on here. It's off, as they all should be. We do not have any mob spawning. Let's just check the wither skeleton, make sure we didn't break that piece of the code. Nope, we're good there. Turn it back off. Make sure it stops spawning. Good. Let these guys finish dying off here. Now let's go ahead and test the Enderman piece. Activated. You should start seeing some Enderman falling here. Maybe. Did our line shut off? It is off. I do not see any Enderman falling. Maybe we're too far away. Oh, that'd be bad. Let's check out the signal up here. It is off, but they are not spawning. I wonder if it's because I put it too close to the top. The Endermen are pretty tall. Let me make a cut here, and I'm going to move this thing down a couple blocks and see if that solves the problem. I'll be right back. Okay, I've moved it down a few blocks. One important thing to note is always have this transmitter on the proper frequency and everything before you put the shard in there. If you don't, you're going to have a mess in here before you can get the code written to set this thing up. And that's just so that it's active. That's the only reason. You want that redstone signal going into that thing before you put the shard in. And hopefully this works. I haven't tested it off camera or anything. There we go. So that was the problem. And they are not instantly dying. And are going to teleport all over the place. Yes, they are. And that's going to be an issue. Okay. Now, I wonder if that's just because of the water or what the reason behind that is. Let's kill it before we get too many of these guys in here. And they are not one-hit kills either. So they barely have any damage going on. Yeah, he's back here. Well, let me take care of cleaning these guys up. This could be a challenge with this many of them down here. And then I will see about shutting off the water streams. This episode might take me a while to finish. Just because I was hoping I would not have to kill the water streams when the Endermen are on. You know, I'll have to use dispensers and things like that and find a way of reliably triggering them to deploy or to suck up the water when needed. It is only 2 water streams, but that's not really the issue. The issue is it's not like these guys. You need a pulse to deploy or suck up the water stream, so it's going to be a challenge to get that to happen. Okay, I've cleaned up these guys, gotten rid of them all. I've also taken the water streams out of the kill zone down here, and let's see. 1, 2, 3. They do not die. So the fall itself is not far enough. I am at the absolute highest level right here. Actually 1 block higher, I think, than anything that's in there, and that's level 14. Let's go all the way up here. These guys are spawning in at like 46, 47 range. I do have more room to expand this room up. Didn't really want to do that, but it looks like I might have to. We can put them all the way up on the ceiling if we need to. I guess also, if you didn't notice, I've put marble brick on the walls in this room all the way up and down. I did not place these manually. I went ahead and made myself a filler and used that. That is great for activities like that. Because I had all this stuff inside and I didn't want the filler to destroy it, and I was clearing some of the bricks and stuff, or the smooth stone off the walls. I just did it in a 2D pattern. You don't have to do those in 3Ds, you know, just 1 wall at a time. It'll work great. But anyway, I guess let me get to breaking all this glass, throwing this thing all the way up at the ceiling level, and seeing what happens. Once I get this glass broke, there's really nothing stopping me from moving it up right up to the very ceiling, or at least within 4 blocks like I do there, so they'll still spawn. And once I do that, we'll come back and show you what happens. Hopefully it will kill him at that fall. I mean, I've set up an Enderman trap before in vanilla, and didn't have this much problem with it. Not quite sure what's going on. I really expected that fall. I mean, look at that. That's pretty far to have killed them. We're talking well over 30 blocks. Perhaps it's just a case of we're right at the limit of being just too short to kill him. I believe the fall height was like something like 34, 32. And when I initially calculated, I was over that at the top. I did have to change my water setup down there so that the corners were higher, so that's a drawback on that. So, and the fact that that thing's actually lower probably did it between the two of those. Probably just shy a few, but let's go all the way up to the ceiling height in here. That way we're sure to be high enough. And then as a I guess as a precaution for the water piece of it too, hopefully that takes care of the water. If it works when I do this fall height from up there, I will go ahead and add water in, see if that works then. If that works, I'm just going to leave it like this. I don't want to have to mess with doing the water and all that. So let me get this thing moved up here. Enough talking. And I'll be right back. Okay, we're up here. As you can see, we're at level 91 right now. I am one higher than where they'll be. And I'm going to place in a block just right there just to make sure they don't spawn on top of that, because that'd be pretty bad. I might have to end up increasing the height of that glass. It just depends on how far out away from it they spawn in. Like this block here is pretty close. Isn't an issue for the guys that spawn inside of it, but with these guys coming in up there, you never know. The other issue is going to be that thing right there. They might fall on that, not die. We'll have to find out. Let's kick it on for 1 second and turn it off. And that's the sound I wanted to hear. Them dying. Okay. Let's go ahead and replace these water buckets and see if they still work, because we're going to have to push the drops somehow to our collection system that's in the middle there. Right now, if an Enderman were to die out here and he were to drop a pearl, it wouldn't do us a bit of good. It just gets stuck inside the trap, and I doubt anybody wants to walk in there, especially with it active. Wouldn't be very efficient if you had to keep turning it on and off, so this is definitely the preferred method if this works. That is a pretty extreme drop for them now. We're like, what I say, was it 14 to 90 some? So we're talking 70 some blocks, at least 75 blocks, approximately. Get the water stream going, come on. Why did you do that? Why you no work right? Oh, come on. Oh, I bet I know why. I think before I'd done that. Now why would that one come all over here, but this one wouldn't? Let's update it. Okay, I'm dead spot now. That's exactly what you don't want in your Enderman spawner. There we go. Except for over here, what is with this water today? Did the update mess up the water flow dynamics? Let's do this one first. Okay, and then this one. The reason I said that, we are running on version 5.1.1 now of the DW20 mod pack. 5.1 came out yesterday, and then within an hour they had 5.1. 5.1. I don't hear them dying. We're gonna have to shut the water off. That's a shame. Shut the water off, or somehow create a system that moves in a false floor or something, maybe. Yeah, this just won't work. I'm gonna have to disable this thing because some of our players probably won't appreciate the fact that they can come over here, hit Enderman, and then they'll all just escape. So I'm going to undo the lines of code that are needed to add the Enderman in and kill these guys off here. And see what I can come up with, probably in creative or something. This might take me a couple days to finish this episode. This is definitely a challenge. Was not expecting. But yeah, hopefully I can get a good working solution for this problem and show it off to you guys. See you in a bit. Hello everybody. It has been probably over a week since I've recorded. I was just gonna start recording again down here and show off the changes that I've made off camera to the XP farm setup. And I came down here and found this sign. A creeper blew up the computer. Sorry, King Cam. Okay, and there's a brain in the jar. Okay, that goes there. That's no big deal. Yeah. Changes since last time around. I've taken out the... What is that? Oh, it's just chickens. Yeah, sometimes they spawn in the glass and get stuck up there. I think those two chickens have been there for quite some time. I took this Enderman spawner that you've seen earlier in this video out of the setup. The reason being, I've tried several different methods of getting this water over here to deploy. And none of them worked from the standpoint that this water stream on this... Let me get my gravity suit going. And by the way, I now have a gravity suit. Lots of changes. The water stream on this side just would not deploy properly. The water stream would not flow all the way over, and it wouldn't go all the way over this way. No matter what I would do, unless I'd place several blocks underneath it and then break them all. That was just something I didn't want to have to set up, pistons to slowly deploy the water across. It just didn't make sense to me. So I just went in there and manually place blocks to get the water stream the way I wanted it, and then just shut down this whole thing. I did originally have it set up on some wireless redstone on the same frequency as the Enderman and all that. Just couldn't get it working right, so took that out. Then decided to move the whole Enderman setup over here. In fact, let's go ahead and go on in there. I have a portable hole now. Moved it over here. Also, since then, Diego has added a creeper shard, or donated a creeper shard and a spider shard. So I went ahead and placed those over here in this area. Basically, they just fall, take damage, die. The transposers suck up all the drops and put them into these this series of barrels here. You can see somebody has created quite a bit of gunpowder with the creepers there. So one day I came down here and we had gunpowder all over in there because it was just overflowing. But it looks like I will need to recreate a new computer and somehow get the code back. So I might have to rewrite this whole thing. Well, I can finish showing this off, I guess. Somebody put in some glass there. That's new. We're missing a block there. In fact, let's go ahead and put that in. Not quite the surprise I wanted to have here. Back this way, I've also added, or Diego donated another one, the slime spawner. When you turn this one on, the slimes will spawn down in that water and then just drown. The reason I was doing that instead of over here or giving them fall damage in the other one, when you put them in over here, they really just pile up down there. I had the spawner up pretty high, so they were out of the distance. And then, slimes, when you kill them, they split in two, get smaller and smaller and smaller. And eventually they get small enough that the turtles can't kill them because I have the turtles up a block. So they just would pile up there in the very smallest form and never die. So this was a solution. You can't kill them with fall damage because they'll just split in two. And then you'll have a bunch of medium-sized slimes jumping around in there and they'll never die. So that was just a solution to that. Eventually, it's kind of slow, but eventually does kill him. As you can see, we've gotten quite a few slime balls out of it. This setup here, this is for chickens, cows, etc. Basically, they spawn in there. All these igniters light every few ticks or so. Light them on fire. They run around on fire, die, and they drop cooked beef or chicken, etc. And then the transposers just suck it up, put it in this pipe system over here. So that's basically the changes to this setup. It looks like now I get to code again. I might be able to retrieve it off the server. I don't know. It'd be a pain to have to rewrite this thing from scratch. Yeah, well, let's go ahead and place this jar down again. This was not the episode I wanted to record today, that's for sure. That's probably where it was. I don't really remember. No, it's still got stuff in it, so it never broke. Somebody's put in a crafting table here. I've never used one of those before. And people have been just adding chests as we fill up books. Eventually I'd like to do something a little better as far as storing the books, make a enchanted book room or something, like a library type deal. Okay, well, back to my base, and let's look up the recipe for the advanced computer. I've made them before, but never on the server. Glass pane, gold, redstone. Should be simple enough, assuming we have enough gold. My gold supply was really coming from that XP spawner, so I hope I have enough. Oh yeah, we're good. Got plenty. I think 7. Yep, that should do. Once it gets day out here too, I'll show you another thing I've noticed this morning. I logged on. When I woke up this morning myself, here it's the 5th of March, I noticed on the FTB forums that version 5.2 of the Direwolf pack has been released. It's not the recommended version in the launcher for some reason yet this morning. And when I went to update the server, because I was just going to go ahead and pull the trigger and do it for work here, Creeper Host, my hosting provider, has not made it available. So I then went to the FTB website itself, and it's not available on there either. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe there's some bugs, or they're still testing it a little bit. But once it is live, I will push it out here to the server, because that'll update several of the mods. Probably the one I'm most looking forward to right now is the TSCraft mod. My understanding of that is the maker of that, Soren, I believe is his name he goes by, has released the machines and TSCraft tanks and all of that stuff. I believe that includes the viewing glass. I would like to use that in some of my builds. So I'm really looking forward to having the updated TSCraft on there. Like I said, there are a lot of other mods that have been updated. But that's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most right now. Let's go ahead and place that stuff back. And this. I'm going to make a cut here. I'm going to see if I can recover the code for this thing, just because I don't want to have to go through recreating it from scratch because of all the different mobs I've added since then. So, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back here. Let's see if this works. I've never tried this before. I know what the label was. Label set, XP, farm, control. Nope, doesn't work. Well, it was worth a shot. Okay, I think I've got it here. Yep, we're good. All is well. I guess I need to test all these out now, just to ensure that there wasn't damage done somewhere else to something. I guess my initial thought process was a good one as far as having the computer not constantly send out a redstone signal to all these wires. I think I even said in my video, in case a creeper blows up the computer. Which I was hoping would never happen, but obviously did, because all these NOT gates were useful. It kept them from constantly spawning mobs. So let's try it. Let's try the creeper one. And spider, enderman, slime, chicken, and the cow. Oh, I can show off the new ones to you guys. See? They just fall and die. Occasionally you'll get a spider, like that guy there, that grabs onto the wall in his descent. I'm not really that concerned about it. I mean, enough of them died to get the drops. That's what this one's for, really. I'm not really doing this one or that room over there for the XP itself. We get more than enough XP out of this one. This was just to get the drops from the rooms. As you can see, we've got plenty of strings and spiders. I have yet to see these guys drop a spider eye. So, I don't know if that's even possible. And as you can see here, when they do get stuck, they'll jump up there or climb up and then fall again. So eventually they will die. It just takes them some extra time. But the guys that fall further back, they definitely die. I can always expand the room too a little bit if I need to, if it becomes a problem. But for now, it's not really that much of a problem. Kill the guys here. Here's the zombie somewhere. Ah, there's chickens down there. That's what's making all the ruckus. I thought it was those guys. Anyway, let's kill the enderman. We got chicken active, slime active, and cow active. Okay, let's go show you these guys. See, they catch fire, they freak out, they run around, and they drop their goodies on top of transposers. Which you're supposed to pick them up, but for some reason they didn't. Maybe it's these eggs messing it up. Let's see here. I think sometimes the fire might destroy some of the drops, but we get enough. I mean, forced to go through 12 stacks of beef will probably take us about at a time. Same with chicken. We've got food. Ah, some of it's not getting cooked. How is that even possible? They should be dying from... Interesting. Is that happening a lot? Doesn't look like it. Let's just get it out of there. Let's keep that extra one open in case something else happens there. Or drops. Anyway, as you can see over here, the slimes, they just suffocate. This idea was inspired by the vanilla mob trap that basically happens in swamps where those guys spawn. They'll jump into the water in the swamps and they'll kill themselves, unfortunately. And they don't have any way out because they don't jump high enough. They can't swim. So, poor slimes. Anyway, back home. If it's daytime, it is not. Let's see if we can go ahead and sleep. We can, good. Just show off some of the changes around the place. Show off something that I noticed this morning, if it's still here. No, it does not appear to be. When I first logged on, there were probably 10 to 12 slimes in this general area. It was pretty crazy. Or not slimes, wisp. It was pretty crazy. And look at this. Look at this one. High flux over here. Why is there high flux over here? Is it just because this is like a evil node or something? It's pretty crazy. Anyway. Now we've got that one that generates wisp too. But over here we've got quite the Thumbcraft 3 area set up. Got my own little node here going on. The trees here have grown it quite a little bit. And Caesar is helping with that. Caesarified, I think is his screen name. I always call him Caesar. Yeah, I've done a lot of research. My goal in doing the research was to get my portable hole over here. The other goal in doing it was to get the golems to man my crucible here. I did that, and then like a day later they were all gone. I think it's one of two things. Wisp might have killed them, but I've also heard that there's a bug with the golems where sometimes they will fall through the world when it first loads, and I think that might have been what happened, because right here in this spot the world is, or the floor here is only one thick, and they might have taken that fall right there and just died from it. So I need to get myself some more golems, but I will probably hold off on doing that until that bug is either fixed or I can somehow double up that layer down there. What else we got going on? I can't remember what all I've shown, to be honest. In order to create my suit here, gravity chest plate, quantum legs, quantum boots, quantum helmet, etc., I needed to generate a lot of UU matter. In doing that, I have created all these recyclers over here. Recyclers, this pneumatic line goes down to my quarry sorting system. Basically, cobble and any dirt will get fed into these recyclers. The recyclers are hooked up to these target gates. If there's items in its inventory, energy pulse, so it will pull the item out, send it down into this relay. The relay puts it into the pneumatic tube, and the pneumatic tube goes into the bottom of this mass fabricator. This mass fabricator is controlled by this gate here, where it checks the status of the mass fab. If there's no amplifier, it emits a redstone signal, which turns it off. That prevents it from using any of my EU. You can see that my EU is not being drained at all right now, and in fact I'm not building any, which is interesting. I'll check on that in a second. Then this target gate here, if there's items in inventory, energy pulsar, and it comes out, and we have all of this lovely EU, or UU matter. So as you can see, I have a surplus of UU, especially seeing how I've already got my suit built. The fact that this is a redstone pneumatic tube is irrelevant. That was just what I had available to me at the time, so it doesn't have to be. As part of my setup of doing this, I had to create this MFSU, and I wanted to charge my suit in a quick manner, so I went ahead and created these Lapatonic charge pads. The one wasn't fast enough, so I did a second one. The second one still wasn't fast enough, so then I went ahead and put all these overclockers in them. I don't know that they're worth it, to be honest. Yeah, they'll charge my suit, but it just takes forever for this quantum or gravity chest plate to charge with its 10 million EU storage. It's actually faster just to stand on those, let those charge the rest of my suit, and throw my chest plate in here, because that chest plate will charge and drain this whole thing within, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds. If I were to stand on those, it'd probably take a couple minutes. But yeah, and that's what I was afraid of. We're out of lava. Completely out. We must have drained the nether again, so we'll have to move the pump. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to do that today, or now today. Let's go in the nether, check it out. I've already moved the pump once. So, yeah, that looks like all just flowing lava. We've probably maxed out what we'll be able to take out of this area. Yeah, there's just a little bit of lava flowing now that I came here. Bummer. We've drained quite a bit of the nether here. Get some more to load in here. Hopefully it'll help a little bit, but I doubt it. Probably the reason we're draining this all, this is the public lava source. There's a node there. So lots of people tap into this one. Pumping up into our tanker now. Yeah, we're filling the tank a little bit now. That won't last long though, unfortunately. With my energy reserves being low, my MFSU, all those geothermals will run and suck that thing dry, I'm sure. And we're charging a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find a better power source in my world. This has been great for starting. Obviously, as you can see, we constantly have to move the lava source, though, with everybody using that same source. I know some of the other guys on the server have started using steam as their power source. Great idea. In fact, let's run over there really fast. Show this off. They've set up a wheat farm so that they can get the compost, I believe. And that's using the new multi-block structures, which I have yet to figure out. I was trying in a test world, creative world, to use that for rubber production on rubber trees, and I just couldn't get it working. So anyway, this was the initial setup they did. They were using my turtle program to get, what do I call it? The redwood trees ground. And also the golems to collect all these saplings, because they were trying to make biofuel from the biomass that you can get from the saplings. Anyway, long story short, these guys kept getting... Oh. I am sorry. I did not mean to kill him. I'll get you another one. Today's one of those days. These guys kept getting in the way of the saplings. So... Or the turtles, I should say. Man, did not mean to kill him. I'll get you another one. Anyway, I think I'm going to have to end this recording here. I'm out of time. The video's probably kind of getting lengthy anyway. I needed to record to finish this episode. I want to start some other projects here. I think the XP farm is pretty much done now that we've got all the mobs in there. About the only one we don't have is a zombie. I don't know we need a zombie spawner. The pigmen's zombies allow us to get the rotten flesh, so I really don't know what else the zombies will give us. I mean, yeah, you can get shovels and stuff, but who needs shovels? I mean, we can make those. So, anyway, I think I'm going to call the XP farm finished for now. I say for now because I will be adding the ability to have a turtle enchant books down there and all that stuff, and I'll show that off, but that's another project. So this is Techstack signing off on whatever episode number this is now. I can't remember, probably 9 or 10 or something like that. The XP farm, pretty much all the mobs in it. I guess have a good day. Bye now.